Hello.
I'm Nick Altmeyer with linkinglewiscounty.com. We're here this afternoon with Lewis County Highway Superintendent Tim Hunt. So we're here at the new Lewis County Highway complex, which is right across the street from your old complex here. So today we're excited to unveil the new complex here to the residents of Lewis County. So tell us a little bit, Tim, about the project here.
Well, the project was really taking a building that was 114 years old and updating it into a new modern facility. Obviously, the equipment we use is much different. They were plowing snow with Model A's back when that building was built. The equipment's much bigger, much different now. So trying to get a facility that worked for us. And right here is the new wash bay. And that's one of the pieces we're very proud of. In the past, we had to wash the equipment outside in the wintertime. And when it's 20 below zero up here and you're trying to wash a plow truck, you can't do a very good job. And we want the assets for the county taxpayers to last as long as possible. So this right here is a state-of-the-art wash bay. They can pull a plow in there. They can set both wings down. They can go up on the catwalk and start up at the top, wash all underneath. It's got an undercarriage wash, salt neutralizer to try to keep this equipment lasting as long as possible. It's a huge investment that we make in this equipment. So that's one of the pieces we're looking forward to as well. We have a cold...
And it's probably, back to the bay wash here, it's probably a lot more efficient, like labor-wise, for how you're using your hours and things like that to be able to wash it in a bay like that, and instead of like hand washing it outside in the wintertime.
Yes, absolutely. And you can be more thorough because you're inside, and it's not what was happening is the water would actually freeze to the truck and it wouldn't wash it. It would just freeze and you get ice on the equipment. Where here you can get in there and get it washed. We can add chemicals to it, and the chemicals can neutralize that salt to prevent the rust and corrosion.
Right.
And this facility is going to be open 24/7 for all of Lewis County fleet vehicles. So DSS will be over here washing vehicles, the Sheriff's Department, building and grounds. So we plan on utilizing this for not just the Highway Department, but for all of the Lewis County Lewis County departments.
Very good. Okay, so moving along here a little bit. Again, we're still on the East Road here.
Yes.
So just right across the street from your former location. So not a whole lot of moving you guys had to do, but looks like you got a little bit more space over here and are able to spread things out a little bit more.
Yep. Right here used to be a lean-to, actually. If you remember, it was just a three-sided shed that we would park trucks in the wintertime. And the problem is it was actually rotten and it was unstable, and we had it collapse on some vehicles a number of years ago, and we shored that up, and but we also couldn't secure it. So if we had pickup trucks, for example, with tools in it, people could come on the weekends and just take stuff, and there's really no way to secure it. So now we've got a building that's bigger than that lean-to. We can get a lot more equipment in here, and we can actually close the doors and lock it up, and we don't have to worry about unloading and unpacking things every day and leaving it out exposed. So we have a proper cold storage facility that we'll be able to pack away the stuff. So in the winter time, all of the stuff that we use in the summer will be in there. In the summertime, all of the stuff we use in the winter will be in there. So we'll just kind of rotate, and then the shop, what will be in there is what you're using in that particular season.
Right. Okay. Yep. So it looks like you have 5 bays here. So you're
and if you look at these bays, and I can show you over here, we've got 2 trucks in one of the bays. The doors are twice as wide as normal.
Okay.
And doors get expensive, so we wanted to minimize the cost by just using a bigger door, and we can put 2 trucks side by side in one door.
So you can basically fit 10 vehicles in the 5 bays.
So it's actually designed to do double vehicles in each bay, and you can see that right here. And there's even enough room, if you back them all the way to the back, that we can add pickup trucks in front of them as well.
Right.
So we believe we can get all of the equipment that we have in this for the wintertime. So that's the plan, keeping everything on site and in our possession. Yep.
And how many plow trucks does the county operate?
The county operates 6 plow trucks, and then we have another 6 10-wheel dump trucks that we use. So in the winter time, the dump trucks would go over here because we don't use them as much. We do take them out and use them to move snow, but they're not used every day. So they would be kept over here. And then in the summertime, we use all of them, but we would keep the plow equipment and things like that in here in the summer months. But in the winter months, we'll put the things like the construction roller and the things that we don't need in here and tuck them away. So,
makes good sense. Okay, and then the last building in the complex over here is this is the main highway garage over here.
This is the highway garage, offices, break room, and sign shop. So we've combined 2 buildings from that site. There was a separate sign shop, and that is in this facility. So now the sign shop will be in the highway garage with everything else. So.
Right. Okay. And I think, you know, in your previous location, there wasn't much room for the break room portion, and it was a little under-maintained or whatever. So
one of the big problems,
appropriate.
Yes, in the old facility, when you had to stack all of the vehicles in there. So if I needed to get a truck out, I had to probably move 4 or 5 to get that one specific truck out.
Right.
And the mechanics area was in the way back. So if they were working on something, we had to move all the trucks to get it back to that area of the shop.
Right.
This is designed so that traffic can flow right straight through it. Right. You don't have to move a vehicle to get a vehicle.
Right.
And the ceiling height is much higher, so you can raise the boxes and work on the trucks. In that facility, the ceiling height was so low, you couldn't raise the boxes up to work on them.
So again, efficiency and you know, taking maximum advantage of your time. You know, the less time you have to move around vehicles to get a vehicle out to plow roads, the more time you're out on the road plowing.
And also safety as well. So anytime you're backing a truck up, there's a potential hazard of backing over someone or hitting something. And this is designed to drive through. So you drive in, you park, you pull out, and you continue to drive straight through the building.
Right.
So there'll be no backing out of the building or backing into the building. So it's all designed kind of as an efficiency flow through, and it makes it safer for everybody in operation.
So the other garage didn't have the overheads on both sides of the garage.
It only had an overhead door on one end.
Right.
And so you just kind of stacked everything into the building and then had to back it all back out of the same building.
So we can see here that you can just drive right straight through.
Have a drive lane right straight through.
Nice open floor plan inside.
Yes. Purposely kept it open. Over here on the right-hand side is where all of the heavy equipment will go. We can have all 6 of our plow trucks with double wings on them parked side by side on this side of the shop. They come right through here, and actually if we have to, let's say a hydraulic hose broke and we couldn't lift the wing up, we can drive right through this door. It's wide enough to drive through it with the plows down if we had to.
Right.
So we can get in here, we can park all 6 trucks right here along this side. On this side will be pickup trucks and loaders, and we can figure out what pieces we want to keep in here at different times of the year.
Right. So we do have an open house going on here today until 6 p.m. This evening. You guys just held the ribbon cutting ceremony to unveil the new building. So as we walk inside here, there are going to be people around, you know, checking out the new location for the highway department. So as we come through and we've pointed out this nice wide open area, you know, we can see some of the equipment staged here.
Over here on the wall, Nick, I want to show you one of the things that's really an advantage. And let's look in between these 2 trucks right here. So in the past, when it came to washing equipment, we're going to wash it outside or in that wash bay and get most of the truck clean. But then we might go out and plow snow, come back, and we have a half an hour before we go out again. So for a half an hour, what do the guys do? We want to make sure the mirrors are clean and the windows are clean and all of that. So what we've done is where every truck parks, it's equipped with air, water, and electrical, so that they can take a garden hose and they can wash their trucks. There's those hose reels right there. There's electric. There's 3 hose reels where every truck would be parked, and they have air to air up the truck if they need to blow up a tire, or if they want to air it up. They can plug the truck in if it needs to be, or if they want to run a vacuum cleaner and shop vac it. But they also have garden hose that they can touch up and wash windows and do that type of stuff. So it makes that downtime, and in the wintertime, sometimes downtime's inevitable because you're out plowing, you know you're going to go back out, but you're not quite ready. You're going to go out in an hour. So for an hour, what do we do? Well, now we can make that productive time. They can take that hour, they can check their trucks over, check electrical lines, and clean up anything that they need to do on it. So we're really excited about that.
Very good. Okay, and then like we said, you know, we've got the complete drive-through here, and then
drive right out, and then just drive right out into 812, so everything just flows one direction through the facility. Right here is the welding shop. You can see that separate building or the separate enclosure, and the reason for that is you don't want the smoke and you don't want the fumes. It's ventilated specifically for welding, which
Right.
we've never had before. So
Right.
that's you know, an OSHA requirement now.
Right.
And you can close all the doors, and nobody is going to get flash burned from watching someone else weld. So we have
Right.
a specific welding area. We have 2 mechanics bays here, one smaller for pickup trucks and
Yep.
small vehicles, and then the big one for the plow trucks and miscellaneous stuff. Upstairs here we have storage, and then in that enclosed area, that's where the sign shop is going to be
Okay.
in the new facility. And then we'll go over here, we'll come through the parts room, and we'll show you the new office.
Okay. So really taking advantage of, you know, needing the extra height to get the big trucks in here, things like
Yes.
that, using the upper level for
Yes.
you know, spaces that.
The reason that the facility had to be so high is so you can raise the truck boxes up,
Right.
like this one right here. But in doing so, then we can use that extra height to tuck away the furnaces and have the sign shop upstairs in the
Right.
upper mezzanine area.
Right.
So,
Makes perfect sense.
Great.
All right. So last stop is going to be the office.
yeah, we'll come through here. So in the mechanics area, the first thing is the parts room. And so we have to keep a certain amount of parts on hand. If a truck breaks down, we want to be able to fix it right away, particularly on the weekends. So that's the area in here where we would store essential parts and maintenance items. So the mechanic supervisor would sit here. He does all of our parts ordering and inventory control. And then we have our parts room right here. So also leads us right into the break room.
You know, there's nothing you can eat when he doesn't mind standing.
So now we have a proper break room for the employees. They actually have a refrigerator, stove, dishwasher, and over here the thing is in the morning they can grab the keys to the truck they're taking. They can grab their radio and out the door they go. So
Very good.
A nice facility for them.
Very good.
And then we'll come into the office area.
Yeah, we got 1 boy and 4 girls. Just a regular cake, and then maybe do like some Wait, we want to get like
And out here in the office area, we have a men's and women's room that now meet code. They're handicap accessible. In the old facility, we didn't have a women's room, and we actually have a female employee now. So
Right.
now we have a men's and women's room. We have our supervisor's office right here. We have an extra office right here. Fiscal manager is in the corner, and then the highway superintendent is right here. So we've got a nice modern office. We left it with concrete floors for easy cleaning, easy maintenance. We know that, you know, people are going to be tracking in and out in the wintertime with their boots on, and so we made
Right.
really thought about how are we going to use it and how are we going to maintain it and keep it nice for the future.
Right. And actually having everyone right here on site in the same location.
Yes.
I think before you guys were in the, like some of your office personnel were in the basement at
Yes,
the courthouse.
we were at the courthouse where the highway department was over here.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to that, to be able to be here every day and interact with the employees and have a nice, be right on site with them.
Right. So as far as like the project in general, it seems like everything moved along pretty smoothly.
It did.
And kind of came out in terms of the timeline.
Yeah, everything came along exactly. I mean, we started this obviously right, you know, in COVID. We knew there were going to be some scheduled delays, which there were. Nothing that was unexpected and nothing that really threw a wrench into anything. Thing got built. It got built well. We had great contractors here doing their job, and as you know, we had CNS Engineering, and I think they did a nice job on the design.
Right.
We had KT as the construction manager. They did a nice job. You know, there's glitches in any facility of this size.
Right.
And I guarantee you, after we've been in here 6 months or a year, we're going to say, I wish this was a little different or that was a
Right,
little different.
right.
But if we built a new home, you'd have that, right? You wish
for sure.
wish the washer and dryer was here as opposed to there.
Right.
But we've kind of built in to correct that as we go too.
Very
So,
good.
Yep.
So great project over here. You know, completed just in the nick of time to get you all
Settled in
before the winter months come, and you guys are busy out plowing and things like that.
Yes.
Not that you're not busy in the summertime. There's obviously plenty of things to do with paving and
Well,
road maintenance and bridge repairs and all the other good things that you guys do.
The transition actually was at the perfect time because we were full out with construction and we couldn't
Right.
have moved in the middle of the summer. And
Right.
in the winter, it's not ideal. You know, we can't because we're plowing.
Right.
So right here in that kind of shoulder season between
Yep.
summer construction and winter plowing is a perfect time to move into a new facility.
Very good. Well, we appreciate your time today, Tim, and taking us on a quick tour of the complex, and we'll let you get to all the people that are waiting to talk to you here at the open house.
Thank you, Nick. I
Yep.
appreciate it.